while I connect you.
I want you to
This
hear
call
the.
may be recorded for quality
I want you
purposes.
to hear the problem right
Thank you
here.
for your patience.
I'm calling
The expected
311
wait time is approximately 10 minutes or less.
from a government phone, an Obama phone, one of those phones that they give out in front of human resources, people who are low income or going through some stuff. Unprompted, I said elder. The automated system says, I'm sorry, something like a noisy neighbor. I'm like elder abuse, fraud, financial fraud, murder. And the automated system was like, well, hold on, I don't understand yet. I'm gonna try to get you to the right. That's what the system that was dealing with to protect our health from deep stuff. And what my parents had. My mother was just Friday, FYI, and it's history of Elaine Brown, Burnell Inman, Bruce Jackson, and several other very shady Floridians. Myrna Archer, Gilbert Bayonne, Brandon Tracy, unfortunately, Judge Burgundy, who, when I tried to withdraw my petition on March 4th of 2023, he said, get back in this courtroom, okay, or I will place you under arrest. And it's not in the transcript. So in other words, Judge Burgundy of Nassau County basically said if I don't continue with the guardianship treatment, I pay $410 to start to get guardianship for my mother. He will place me in jail. That is Nassau. Since then, he has sentenced my mother to death. He's allowed these guardians who my mother has not spoken to in 30 years to be guardians. He's allowed them to remove her from her home, despite the court order. There's also ample evidence on YouTube in the public spaces where someone was recording the staff setting me up to go to prison on September 3rd, 2024. And that's exactly what happened. On this date, I was told by numerous people, including Rick Scott, who was then in charge, to show up on the 3rd, and then I can inform the court that my mother was in fact kidnapped and exploited for her house. This is inexcusable, folks.
Thank you for calling 301. My name is Rosalind. How can I help you today?
Hi, Rosalind. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. Beautiful weather. I need to report elder abuse and financial fraud. How do I do that?
Elder abuse and financial fraud.
Correct.
How is this? What kind of financial fraud is it? Is it like
Forgery,
or
changing trust documents, adding signatures of the elderly, coercing them into signing things after their incapacitation declaration on December 12th, 2023. You know, things of that nature.
Okay, let me see.
Do you have anything set up like that for people in my position trying to get help?
Elder abuse. If you suspect that, you'd have to call 911 if they're in immediate danger. This can be anything like a spouse, partner, adult child, other relative.
So they were
Please
removed.
enter your password followed by the pound key. To leave a message for this subscriber, press the pound key.
Right.
To sign in as another subscriber, press the star key.
Like, why?
If you have forgotten your
What is
password,
wrong
press
with
the
it?
pound key twice.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you still there? Please enter your
Hear me?
password followed by the pound key. To leave a message for this subscriber, press the pound key. To sign in as another subscriber, press the star key.
Ridiculous.
If you have forgotten your password, press the pound
Why am I
key
here?
twice.
Why are we here? What happened to being on hold?
Are you still there? Please enter your password followed by the pound key. To leave a message for this subscriber, press the pound key. To sign in as another subscriber, press the star key. If you have forgotten your password.
Hello, 311? 311? Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't know why, but my phone automatically just started calling voicemail. It just, whatever. Maybe it's just the screen is messed up. Yeah, so the person that I'm speaking of is deceased. She was, I believe, a homicide took place. Um, and they removed her from her home in Nassau County in an effort to steal it and buy it. And they killed her in cold blood.
Would you want to speak to the Department of Aging? See
Well,
what they could do
let
for
me
you?
let me ask you a question. What do you think
Sure.
would be the best? I'll leave that up to you because you're the professional. You're the one answering the phone. Who should I speak to regarding the subject matter that I just informed you about?
I would definitely speak to the police, even if
Yeah,
she is deceased. It's
yeah.
still a police matter, and I would also contact a lawyer.
I think that's a great idea. I have a lawyer. We're working through that. The funeral home is refusing to do autopsies. They're evading our calls despite the court order from the judge saying that she needs to come back so we can examine her body and see if there's any blunt force trauma. I would love to be connected to police if possible.
Okay, to the police department. All right. Are you home at the moment so that you can meet with them?
I am not. I am not home, but I'd be happy to explain my position and hope that they will do their due diligence in investigating what I'm speaking of. If anything,
So if you
this could be an anonymous complaint, correct? You're allowed to make anonymous complaints?
So, if you'd like, you could just meet with them at the precinct.
Yeah, but I'm calling 311 though because I wanted to get this done over the phone so that there's a record of it.
Okay, so if you want it to be done over the phone, I can connect you to them, but they're going to want you to meet in person. I can connect
Excellent.
you to 911.
Okay,
But if
I appreciate
you
it.
also want, I can just give you the number to the precinct.
That's okay. I would love if you can connect me now and we can take it from there because I want to make this as an anonymous report.
Okay,
Again,
so
I
hold
do
on.
believe. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I do believe I have the right to do that as a New Yorker. That we do have the right to make anonymous complaints about possible elder abuse, deed theft, that sort of thing. So yeah,
Yes, I'm not too aware of that. I'm not sure how that will go. But
I understand. Yeah,
yeah,
I'll hold
let me
for the
get number
transfer.
one on the line.
Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate
No, likewise. Thank you. Just hold on a second and allow me to speak first.
it. Okay.
New York City 911, Sydney Police, Fire, Medical.
Hi, this is 311 operator number K as in Kings 4814. I have the caller on the line. Caller wants to remain anonymous. And caller's on the line.
Hi, how are you? I'm calling
Hi,
because
Paula.
yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, just gonna give yeah, I'm sorry. 301. My number's 1185.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm sorry, Paula. You can continue.
I'm sorry.
What's going on, sir?
I was
What's going on?
calling 311 because I wanted to get information on elder abuse, deed theft, and financial fraud. And she made a very good point. She said you should probably call 911. I had my attorney reaching out to the funeral home where they conducted a service for the person in question, who I believe was unfortunately starved to death after disobeying a court order from the judge March 15th. I'm sorry, May 15th, 2024, from Judge Gergely of the Supreme Court asking not to remove the incapacitated individual from their home. The
I'm sorry.
individuals,
So,
yeah,
uh-huh.
the
You want to call
individuals engaged in elder abuse. They engaged in intercustodial interference in the first degree. From what I understand from NYPD, they've been helpful. They've come out before. That is a Class E felony. and they brought her across state lines. So the reason why I'm calling now is um, she was reported to be dead. Like they said that she is no longer with us. And when my attorney and I called the funeral home, they've been ignoring us, despite a court order from the judge stating bring her remains back to New York as soon as possible. This has been this order was issued on Monday, and my mother still remains in Florida. I keep getting calls from the people who kidnapped her, and it's inflammatory. It's harassing in nature, and they're basically saying, I don't know. They're just trying to they're making a bad situation. I just lost my mother, even worse, so they can justify their actions. So I just want to make this report, and I am happy to give you my attorney's information. She tried to reach out. Sure thing.
Just give me 1 second first. So did you speak to the officers already or no?
I've spoken to officers about.
No,
yeah.
1 second. Were you in contact with any NYPD officers or detectives in
Yes.
regards to this?
Yes. In regards to her disappearance, her unlawful removal from the home in July 14th. They said because she's across state lines and we don't actually have an order yet, we cannot do anything. That's what I'm guessing was their reason. However, on Monday, as I stated, on Monday, I have an order I'd be happy to forward to the police department. It says bring her back immediately. She should not have been removed. And lo and behold, as soon as they sold the house to the next door neighbors, magically that very next weekend she appeared dead. At least that's the story. I know my mother was in very good health. I know prior to them kidnapping her, she was a God-fearing woman. She was a loving woman. They kept everyone out of the funeral service. I kept recordings of it. This is actually going to, I believe this is going to gain national attention because everyone on my Facebook.
Okay. All right. So two things. I could send you the police and you could file a report with the police officers here, or you could contact the officers that you spoke to before and let them know what's going on because that case is still open.
Oh, I would. Well, thank you for explaining that. I do appreciate that.
So what would you like me to do? You want me to send you some officers that you can explain to them?
Okay, so unfortunately, I cannot meet with officers because at the advice of my attorney, that's why I said please feel free to. I mean, this is my allegations. What I'm alleging is extremely serious in nature. So I think the best thing would be to contact her. Her name is Megan Gallagher of Nassau County.
I'm sorry. 1 second, sir. We cannot contact them. You would have to speak with the police. You have to file the report.
I understand.
So
there's no.
On my side, the only thing I could do is send you some officers. You can speak to the officers. You can let them know what's going on, or you can contact the previous officers that you spoke with in regards to the previous case, or have your attorney call the lawyers. Call the officers, or your attorney can call 911, and we could send them the police, and he could speak with the officers. I cannot. We don't take reports over the phone.
You don't take anonymous. I'm sorry, ma'am. I was. Thank you for explaining that in a way that even I can understand. I was under the impression, especially based on the audio that I just heard from the automated system, that an anonymous report can be taken for elder abuse, financial fraud, or deed theft. And
you would have to deal. Yes. So
I would like to make an anonymous report.
Okay, so you could deal. You could. I'm gonna have 311 take your information.
Okay.
And they can follow. They can send it now to someone else. But me personally, because we are a call taker system, we send help. So we send the police, we send an ambulance, or we send the fire department.
Understood. Your dispatching service. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry to cut you off.
Right.
I completely understand
that,
and I appreciate the information, and thank you for being so measured and explaining it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that would be great. I would love to make this anonymous report now, and then
Okay.
I will follow up with my attorney to ensure that she does
Yeah.
go ahead and make that police report in person. Okay?
Give me 1 second, okay?
Will do.
And
Thank you.
my condolences in regards to your mom.
I
And
appreciate
311.
you. I appreciate
I'm sending it back to you, okay? 311. Hello.
Oh God.
Did 311 disengage?
I mean,
Hello.
yeah.
Yeah, I think 311 disengage. I'm sorry. Just call them back and let them know, okay?
Call them back and let them know. What do I say exactly?
Just let them know that it's not a police emergency because you're not going to file a report within the police. You just want them to file it on their behalf because you want to be anonymous.
Okay, I want to make an anonymous report for possible homicide, speed theft, fraud, and financial fraud, and elder.
Right.
And if they can, just so I'm, because I mean we're dealing with people with, it sounds like they don't have the highest level of patience here. I just want to make sure I have everything in order. So when I speak to them, I say, I would like for you to file this with the police on my behalf anonymously. Is that
right? Because you want to be anonymous. All I could do is send you the police, or you could contact the previous officers that you spoke with, but you said you don't want to do neither of that. So you.
I do. I'm just gonna always take the advice of my attorneys because they know this stuff better than me.
Okay, so
believe me, I would love. My emotions say do it for your mom, man. But you know, there's a smart way to go about doing this, catching bad guys in a way when you're just hell bent off of emotion. I'm trying to operate from a place of intelligence.
No, of course. So
I appreciate
what you could do also is have your lawyers contact either the previous officers, or they could call the precinct, or you could call back 911 and we will send the officers to your lawyer's office and they will file a report in regards to you, but anonymous. Okay?
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for
your
professionalism, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
All right. You have a great one. Okay. And once again, my condolences.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.